guys, so I said in my other video, my little vloggy catch-up vlog, that I was going to do a Q&A video because I kind of posted in the Facebook group about not doing a video for a while, and I might film a Q&A if any of you have got any questions. Did any of you have any questions? I have 3 pages. 3 pages of questions. So this is probably going to be a long video, or I may have to chop it into different parts. We'll see. I may have to chop it down to different parts because I'm filming it on my phone, and it seems to, like when I upload to YouTube, it seems to crash after about the 20-minute mark. So we'll see. Let's crack on. If I pronounce your name wrongly, I do apologise. Bianca asks, 2 questions. If you could design your own planner, what would you choose? Design, layout, inserts, etc. And have you ever thought about designing your own planner line? Yes, I have thought about designing it, and I am currently doing that. Whether I actually get round to finishing it and going into production with it, I don't know. We'll see. I have several thoughts going around in my head of what I would want in it, and I haven't really kind of finalised that yet. So I need to kind of knuckle down. I've got all the concept stuff done. I need to do it, really. If I could design my own inserts, well, I've already designed my own inserts, and I sell those as printables on Etsy. So if I could design my own, I did. And they are on Etsy right now. So yeah, that's kind of, I can't really answer that one because I already have designed my own inserts. Designing my own planner, yes, I am looking into it. Whether it'll actually happen or not, I don't know, we'll see. It's a lot of work and all that kind of stuff. Evie Lena, what kind of animals did you have growing up? What animals did you have growing up? When I was younger, before I was born, my parents had a cat, and that was their baby substitute, well, before they couldn't have me. So I had a cat for most of my very young childhood. His name was Charlie, and he was a big fluffy ginger cat. I've had numerous mice over the years. I've had numerous bunny rabbits over the years when I was a child as well. I think I had my first bunny rabbit when I was 3, and his name was Sunshine. But I couldn't say Sunshine, I called it Sushine. Aren't I cute? I've had many rabbits over the years. I've also had many guinea pigs while I was growing up. My mum was animal mad as well. So, yeah, she was cool about having animals. And we also had a dog. We had a German Shepherd, or an Alsatian, if you will. A boy. He was a big boy. And we got him when I was a child, and he died when I was 18 on the day of my English Literature A-level exam, which I ended up failing because I was upset. Yeah, so bit of a menagerie. Sharon, pictures and stories of you and John from when you first met up until now. Well, so we met at school. No, we didn't. We met, we had a lot of these questions. Oh my God, who's that outside? Parcel Force. I probably should go and see what that is. No, John's getting it. Yeah, so we had a mutual friend, and when we were in infant school, who we used to go to each other's parties, go to their parties, and me and John also went to the same swimming club. And then, so I've known him since I was like 4, 5. Then we went to secondary school together, and we used to sit together in class, and we were friends at school. And then when we left school, we got together as a couple. Any stories? I don't know. Gosh, it's been a long time. I don't know, I'll have to think about some stories. Maybe John will answer that. There's a couple here for John, so do that. Right, from Mona. Mona has asked me loads of questions. Mona, you went on a right question answering mission. I'd love to get to know more about your work with the Brimbles box, as far as that isn't a company secret. I'm very transparent, not much is secret. How do you choose the themes for boxes? Spontaneous ideas or long beforehand planning? How do you choose the Etsy people you are working with? Right, so how do I choose the themes? Several ways, really. Three ways. The first one is you guys. So I am very much led by you guys. I do the boxes for you, so if you don't like them, what's the point in doing them? So I ask you, and I welcome suggestions. And as you know, more formally, recently I did a survey in the group. I asked you to fill out a Survey Monkey, and that had loads and loads of theme ideas. Some of them, unfortunately, I will probably never be able to do. But many of them I am trying to do. So firstly, I get ideas from you guys on what you want. Secondly, because a lot of it revolves around my artwork and the dashboard and everything, I choose what I'm arting or what comes into my inspiration and what I can draw. I cannot draw everything, so that plays a massive part in it. The other massive and the biggest part that plays is suppliers. I have to look at, I've got various suppliers that I use, which you know because you've seen the supplies in the boxes. And the biggest thing is what I can get hold of, what products I can get hold of. Because if I can't get hold of, let's for example, if I can't get hold of underwater, I don't know, underwater cars. If there are no products that I can get hold of with an underwater car theme, then an underwater car theme ain't happening. Sometimes so sometimes the products will be like really like they would be underwater cars, and other times the products might be blue because blue goes with water. You see what I mean? So I'm very heavily led by suppliers and what products I can get hold of and all of that kind of thing. That is the biggest thing, and then I kind of take into consideration your suggestions and what I'm inspired by, and kind of combine all three to come up with box themes. I have to work really far in advance. The themes are all set for the rest of the year. I have to work really far in advance because I have to do the artwork and get it sent off to the printers and everything in plenty of time. And I have to source products that fit the box, and I have to give Etsy shops or independent shops notice. Hang on. Because if they're making quite a few, some of these independent people, they have day jobs and families, and so I need to give them as much notice as possible. How do I find Etsy suppliers? Twofold again. One, I'll either have the theme and I will go on Etsy and I'll put in underwater cars, see what products come up, contact the suppliers and say, would you like to supply the boxes? Or Etsy people come to me and they say, I do this, I'd like to be in the box, and we go from there. So if you have an Etsy shop and you'd like to supply the box, let me know. But when you contact me, you need to let me know your shop so I can have a look at your stuff, what you do and how much and what you want to supply. And then we'll go from there. I love working with independents because I think it's nice to kind of come up with or put different stuff in the box that you wouldn't necessarily be able to get in the shops. So I like doing that. Rebecca, totally random, but your favourite memories from 20s? I can't remember. Favourite memory from the 20s? Well, in my 20s, my 20s were both good and bad. And I graduated from university in my 20s. Got married to John in my 20s. We bought our first house in our 20s. So 20s were quite a good time. There was also some bad bits, but also some really good bits too. So yeah, probably favourite memory, let's go with the wedding, because that was quite cool. Mona, how do you choose your journals and planner to work in? Do you sit on the couch at the evening deciding, oh, today I like to draw something, so I'll do it in my art journal, or today I'm in the mood for writing, so I do it in my regular journal? Did you ever keep one book for everything, and do you take one planner or journal always with you? Right. Did I ever keep one book for everything? No. And this is one of the things, like, because I've talked about this in the journal stuff before, this is one of the things that really interests me, how people have one book that contains their entire life. And that is something that I want to work towards because I really like it. However, there are just so many notebooks, planners and journals out there that I haven't been able to focus and do that, because I'm always tempted and always interested in all the beautiful things out there that companies tempt you with. So no, I haven't got one book, but it's something that's always intrigued me and something that I'd like to do. Do I always take a planner or journal with me? No. I don't actually go out of the house that much. Not because I'm a recluse or anything, but because I've nowhere to go. And that sounds really weird, because I'm not, like, I don't know, let me explain. Okay, so I go out on a Thursday, always go out on a Thursday, and I see my friends. My friends have all got children, and or a bit of both. Not all my friends are local, for a start. Some of my friends also work full time, and so I don't really get to see my friends only on one day a week on a Thursday, which is good, because everybody seems to have the same day off, which is a Thursday. Which is really, really good. So I get to see my friends on a Thursday, and I usually have all of Thursday out of the house, visiting, like seeing my friends, usually together. And we have lunch and all the kids play and everything. It's kind of going off tangent, isn't it? But anyway, I don't go out that often because I have nowhere really to go. And, you know, I don't go out of the house to work, and all my friends work. So it'd either be shopping or, I don't know, I don't go to the gym. I tend to do exercise at home just because I don't really like going to a gym. So I don't have anywhere to go. So I know I don't need to take my planner out with me. If we go on holiday, I always take a journal with me or a notebook or something to write or draw in, because I like to do that. And I usually take a planner because often when you're away, you kind of think, oh, what's happening forward, you know, that kind of thing. Robinson's orange squash. I never normally have it. I just fancied it. So, people keep asking me for a what's in your bag video as well. But because I don't go out that, my bag isn't that exciting because I don't go out that often. Maybe I should, but I don't really have anywhere to go. And, like, yeah. So I don't really take much in my bag. And I don't take a planner with me, or a journal with me, no. In terms of how do I choose, well, I tend to work in one journal for a while till I get bored of it and then go on to the next one. So I kind of tend to work in that one for a while. I do have one journal actually that's in my traveller's notebook that is just for writing thoughts, feelings and processing. That's just a written journal, and I do also stick ephemera and stuff in there as well. I don't know, it's just choosing, just whatever comes to my mind at that time. I don't kind of sit there and go, ooh, that one. Just kind of, I don't know. And I'll work in the same journal for a while. Like, you know, there'll be one downstairs in the front room, and I'll just use that for a while until I get bored of it. It's not really a conscious thought process. It's a bit random, really. I don't really know how to answer that. So I've got a cold. I'm like, Anna, have you ever visited Germany and did you like it? Yes, I have visited Germany. I used to be in the Army Cadets, and the town was twinned with a town in Germany who also had an army cadet group, and so we used to do swaps quite a lot. And I went to Germany a few times actually and stayed over and stayed in the army barracks and stuff, and we went out on days out and stuff, so that was really cool. Yeah, so yeah, I have been to Germany and did enjoy it. Do you both have a favourite YouTuber to watch? We've got quite a few. Like, we watch Fun for Louie, we watch Ben Brown, we watch Happy Healthy Vegan. Quite a few that we watch together actually, as well as our own favourites as well. What book are you reading? This is from Doris. What book are you reading right now? I am reading this one. I found it in a charity shop and it looked interesting. I buy most of my books from charity shops. It's the Indigo Notebook, and I'll read you the back. It says, 15-year-old Zita lives in a different country every year with her flighty English teaching mum, Layla. The wandering life suits Layla, who lives in the moment, quotes mystical poetry and hangs out with penniless artists and scraggly-haired clowns. But Zita yearns for the normal life she sees in American magazine ads. This year, Zita finds herself in the Ecuadorian Andes, where sacred waterfalls grant wishes and old Incan gods dwell in mountains. In the colourful marketplace of Otavalo, an American teenager, Wendell, asks Zita to help him search for his birth parents. The quest leads them to adventures in an indigenous village with its crystal caves, exotic gardens, and venomous creatures. Nearly everyone is hiding a secret, including Wendell himself. As Zita and Wendell's adventures bring them closer together and closer to danger, they find themselves growing closer to fulfilling their greatest wishes as well. But is the truth worth pursuing no matter what? Could a surprising reality be better than a long-held fantasy? And most important of all, what is it that will truly make their spirits fly? There we go. It's a YA book, and yeah, I saw it in a charity shop and I thought it looked interesting, so I picked it up, give it a go, and I'm quite a little way through. And yeah, it's an easy read and it's quite enjoyable. So that's what I'm reading right now. And I think I'm going to stop there and do a part 2 because, as I said, I'm now at like 18 minutes and it will be too long for uploading. See you in part 2.